Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this project life process video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey there, Chappy fam. It's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for hanging out today. This is week 46 in my Project Life album. So we are quickly approaching the end of the year and my Project Life spreads. I will continue this project in 2025. It's probably my favorite scrappy project that's ongoing. So I'm showing you some of the embellishments I've pulled. I have lots of puffy stickers from my stash. I have some selected die cuts, chipboard pieces, and word phrase strips from my Ali Edwards stash, along with some alphas from Paper Person shop, and a bunch of other embellishments that I chose that are based on this week's color scheme, which is that blush pink and like sort of different shades of a maroon. The title card that says thankful for this quiet moment is actually from the Quiet Story kit, and I just covered up the sentiment there with the word phrase strip that says grateful for the little moments. And the numbers are actually from Studio Calico, these vellum numbers. I love them. They're really big and fun and just, I think, pack a big punch. So I wanted to feature those as well. So you're going to see me audition a few pieces for this title card because I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I knew I wanted to use the numbers and I knew I wanted to cover up the sentiment. And I end up using WK to signify week, and then 46, and then I created a little cluster of stickers, which is my favorite thing to do, and that's pretty much my formula every week, is some sort of small clustered embellishment. In this case, it is a variety of sticker hearts from Ali Edwards that have little simple phrases on them, and then I think it's from like a week in the life or a day in the life previous kit. I just purchased it on sale one day. And then I have these gold puffy hearts, which I think are from Michaels. And then these stars are also from the Ali Edwards. I think, gosh, I don't, morning or evening, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I know they're Ali Edwards. And then the stickers, the narrow sticker sheets of puffy hearts, stars, and geotags are from the Paper Person shop that I've had in my stash for about a year. So the last thing I do is stamp the date and then move on to the photo to the left, which is an action shot photo. My in-laws left Tuesday morning, so this photo was taken on Monday, which was Veterans Day, and we all played the game of Clue, so I was able to get that picture, and Norah wanted to try on her little dress that we had got for her upcoming birthday party the following weekend. So she's wearing her dress that she's going to be wearing at her party, and we're just playing the game of Clue. And I just kept it really simple and embellished it with 2 word phrase stickers that says yes, 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 and then a moment to remember. And then the word phrase heart sticker says today. And then I just kind of tucked in that little cluster with another puffy heart and puffy star. And then moving on to the middle row, it's 3 3x4 cards. So I have the saying yes to and saying no to card that I'm going to journal on about just random things from the week that I was saying yes and no to. For example, I was saying yes to Norah getting private sewing lessons from Gam Gam. That's what she calls my mother-in-law, Gam Gam. Playing all the Clue games, painting Nora's nails, musical classrooms, because when I was subbing this week, I was basically shuffling around from classroom to classroom based on like immediate need. So it felt like I was ping-ponging back and forth between self-contained classrooms. And then I said, the last thing I said under saying yes to was birthday preparations. And then under saying no to, I said tons of laundry, being overly busy, migraines, and a cat acting poorly with ER vet visits. And I'll get to that story in just a bit. And then this middle picture is the best. It's also an action shot photo. I managed to snap it of Norah while she was holding up the scarecrow that sits on our front porch in the fall. And she's definitely seen better days, but it's hilarious. Norah has recently named her Lydia. So I just journaled on a label sticker from Studio Calico. Norah named our decor Lydia and has been interacting with her. So she'll like leave in the morning and say, goodbye, Lydia. Have a great day. Make good choices. You know, she'll be like so funny. To the point where I'm actually ready to spit my coffee out. And then when we get home, this is her coming home from school, picking up Lydia, and like she gave her a hug and, Lydia, I missed you. How was your day? What did you see? You know, just being super silly. So I love that I captured that funny story, and I just cut down the they're like tags, but I usually trim them down into like word phrase strips so that they are more usable on my smaller photos. And so this one just says Monday was with the gold foil, and then kept it simple with some more clustered hearts and stars. And then the word phrase strips I chose said autumn and good stuff. And then the last 3x4 card, super simple. It's just the leftover November vellum 4x6 that I had trimmed down and used as a 3x4 the week before. So I'm using it again this week and laying it on top of it with a vellum heart that is the perfect color for the week, and then these chipboard heart nested hearts that I had in my stash as well, and a puffy heart. And that's really all it is. It's just a decorative element. I should mention that the glue that I use to adhere the chipboard hearts is my Zig two-way glue pen, and I absolutely love it for detailed pieces. It does a really good job of being sticky, but also like it has a very narrow like nib, so it's pretty easy to use on teenier embellishments. So the last row, excuse me, the last row is just a selfie of myself and my sweet boy at school, one of my students. He is absolutely my like little angel babe. And I mean, not really, you know, he looks like it, but his looks are deceiving, right? But I'm obsessed with him. I love all my kiddos, but this is one of them. And so I just kept it really simple. I trimmed down that banner that says Wednesday was, and then put the chipboard heart, the vellum heart, and then a gold puffy heart. And that's it. I didn't even journal on it. And then this 4x6 vellum to the right, I'm going to use the alphas to just do one word sort of like summations of the week or the beginning of the week. So I used the puffy hearts as bullet points, and then I just spelled out clue because that was the game we were playing quite a bit throughout the week, not just in that one photo. Work, because I was working, and work isn't just work at my job, but also working around the house a ton, preparing for Nora's birthday, and then errands, because myself and my husband, we were both running errands quite a bit for the party, going to all the stores, last minute things, and then cleaning, because of course when you're going to have a big party you need to have your house clean. So I wanted to include that as well. And then you'll see I go back and I trimmed down this gold rimmed chipboard piece that I had in my stash, and I just lettered this week on the top as sort of a title because I felt like it needed some sort of context. Even though, I mean, if you're looking at the week, you kind of probably can assume, okay, that's what was happening. But just in case, you know, I wanted to add a little something. I also toyed with the idea of adding more embellishments on the right, but because the 3x4 card above this card has so much going on with the different hearts, I decided to leave it. And I'm glad that I did. I have a problem like over embellishing, clearly, and I'm kind of afraid of white space or blank space, so I have to kind of work on that. And this was my attempt at that in this little tiny 4x6 spot. It was my brief nod to trying to keep it a little bit simple-ish. As much as I can for me. So now you can see close-ups of the finished left side of the spread. Moving on to the right, it is all photos from Saturday, Nora's birthday. It was the craziest day ever, and boy, am I relieved that it's over. In fact, I think my cortisol levels are still coming down. So we, thank God, the night before I made the bracelet inspired sign that's hanging on the back wall in that photo. I don't know if you can tell, but it says Nora's birthday era, and I made it myself. It took quite a while, so I was super relieved. I decided to do that Friday night because Saturday morning I was starting to get everything ready to decorate and kind of rearrange the house a little bit because that's normally our dining room. And I noticed that my cat was acting really weird. So I'm going to tell you a story while you can watch what I'm doing. You can just see what I'm doing while I kind of tell you the story behind everything that happened. So I'm in my craft room getting things ready, and I noticed my cat, my older cat, Jeeves, he's the tuxedo, acting really weird. And I kind of was like, I don't know if something happened because when my in-laws were here that last week or so, he hid in the basement. So I was like, oh God, did he eat something funny? He doesn't usually make noise like that. And so I went to pull him out from under the bed where he was hiding in the craft room, and he like made a very, very loud, alarming howl and scratch me, which he never does that ever. So I immediately think, oh my God, something's wrong with him. And he's in pain is what I was thinking. And he was growling from under the bed at Smokey, the other cat. And they don't get along very well either. So I wasn't sure if Smokey was like bullying him. I didn't really know what was going on. So I called his vet. And even Norah tried to like test. She was like, let me get his favorite toy and see if he plays with it. So she went and got a pipe cleaner, which he loves. And he like went to go for it, but then he like went, "Meow." So we were both like, oh, something's definitely wrong. So I called his vet. They were like, you need to bring him to the emergency hospital. We're not open after 12. We don't have any more appointments. And I was like, okay. So I bring him, or I call my husband, who's at the store doing last minute grocery shopping, to get Nora's ingredients to make her requested dessert. And he was like, okay, I'm coming home. So he rushed home. We got the cat in this cat carrier that was half broken. So that was a whole ordeal. And he brings the cat to the vet. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck am I supposed to do now? Because my husband is the one who does all the food. I do all the decor. So I'm freaking out. I'm in overdrive, like trying to dissociate from what's happening. Nora's crying because she thinks the cat's going to die. It was insane. So I am pushing through all this, hanging up the decorations, putting all the tables up, putting the tablecloths out, putting out the, party favors, all that. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Because we have to make bubble tea. We have to, because Norah wanted to have bubble tea. We have to make her dessert. We have to put out the food. We have to prepare the food. We have to clean the kitchen. I was freaking out. And I happened to text one of my best friends and said, I don't know about a sleepover tonight because her daughter was supposed to stay over because Matt had to bring the cat to the vet. And so she ended up calling me and saying, are you okay? And I just started crying. And she's like, I'm on my way. And she showed up with her oldest child, Grace, who helped. Thank God they rescued the day. Erica and Grace cut up the food and put it all out. It was just charcuterie board food, so it was simple enough for them to do and didn't need my direction, so I was able to take a shower and focus on getting Norah ready and doing her hair and makeup and her nails and all this stuff while they got the food out. And we just improvised, and my husband ended up texting me, like he's the whole time, keeping in touch with me and telling me they don't see anything wrong with the cat. He seems fine. His vitals are okay. They took him in a back room. They're looking at him, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they think, okay, it's probably nothing, but we could do blood work, which will cost like $500 minimum, and we'd have to stay longer, and or we can take him home and monitor him. And I was like, well, just bring him home then. I would say normally on a regular basis, if this wasn't a birthday party day and I wasn't about to have all these people in my house, we would obviously do the blood work. But he was like, all right, well, I'm coming home. And on the way home, he stopped and picked up a gluten-free ice cream cake for Norah and for some of her friends. So it ended up working out, but he came home about an hour into the party. It was crazy, guys. So crazy. So while I'm blabbering on about my story, hopefully you've noticed I'm basically just using that same formula of adding like a die cut piece, a word phrase strip, a chipboard heart, a vellum heart, that type of thing. And I love that I made the top right vellum card into a decorative journaling spot by layering circles and like a balloon shaped die cut. And I just journaled that Norah had the best time, that 13 friends came to sing, dance, cheer, make friendship bracelets, play outside, and enjoy all the treats. 9 is nearly here. And then on the photo on the left, I just layered 3 hearts and said always and love you and just a regular puffy heart. The middle card that I'm working on now is an opportunity for me to journal about the whole story of the cat and how that threw our whole day off. And I'm going to tape it to the outside of the pocket so that it can be a flip up. Then the photo on the right is Norah with her balloons in front of the fringe banner that we hung up. Just says this month looks like this with some hearts. And then I journaled Norah's birthday era. I love the way the right side of the spread turned out. I'm obsessed with it. And you could see me like trying out different auditioning out different pieces and things like that. And I had trimmed down the November Stories die cut piece earlier. It was off camera, and that's what I put on the top of the 4x6 card of Norah with her friends. There are 2 people who were missing for that photo, but she did end up, it was like 14 girls in the house. It was crazy. So we made it through. Holy crap. It was nothing I would wish upon anyone because I was floored the entire time. Like, what are we going to do? I hope everybody has fun. And luckily, my friend Lauren stayed to help out because her daughter was also here for the party. So thank God I had her. And then the bottom row is just a 4x6 grid photo of 6 pictures that I had taken before the party started. So Nora's holding her sign that says "In My Birthday Era" in front of all the food. Then she's jumping in the air. And there's a "Happy Birthday" sign behind her, and it's got all the eras on it. And then the tables that we set up with like disco balls and the faux friendship bracelet that I made, and then set up the materials for making bracelets. And then Nora's nails is one of the pictures. Then the food on the table, and then Nora's hair and makeup close-up shot. And then on the November card on the right, I just journaled 3 things about the month so far. Number 1, I said we're halfway through the month, but much has happened. The election. That's all I wrote. And then our annual visit with Lori, Graham, and Hoover was fun, but left us with a scaredy cat. And number 3, weeks of preparation for one event, Nora's birthday. Ready for less busy and less crazy. Because that is so true. I am so ready for less crazy. It would have been more than enough action to have all those girls in the house and that party and, you know, have her have a sleepover, but then to add in the cat and everything, it just, I feel I have emotional whiplash right now. Like, I'm filming this video, it's Tuesday, so it's 3 days after the party, and I just still feel like kind of stressed out, even though the event is come and gone. Like, that was kind of traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm very relieved to have that over with. Nora's actual birthday is tomorrow, November 20th, and it will be much more low-key. Thank God. It's just a regular day where I work. She has school. She has dance. And, you know, we'll give her a couple gifts, and that's going to be it. So, holy moly. On the November 3 things card, I'm just journaling that we're halfway through the month, but much has happened. Our annual visit with my in-laws was fun, but left us with a scaredy cat, and that there have been weeks of preparation for one event, Nora's birthday party, and I'm ready for less busy and less crazy. So that is it, friends, for this crazy week. I hope you enjoyed hearing my shenanigans as per usual. Do me a favor. Let me know how your November's been going and what you guys have been up to. If you've had any of these ridiculously crazy episodes in life where you're just totally unprepared, but the show must go on type situation. That's what it felt like. But I survived, yay! And I have a super cute spread to document it all. So thanks, guys, for being here. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're not. And make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss my content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, friends, and remember that you are enough. Bye.